1:45 till we tip off half number 2 or get half number 2 underway. 28-22, John. How you look over the stats? What stands out to you from the first half of play?
Well, low shooting percentage is the big thing, and the Lions have have fallen prey to not shooting well when you have defenses that match you up uh, like you match them up, and it's been tough. These teams look a lot alike. They've actually had a lot of second chances, and um, it's it's one of those things where you've got to get the ball rolling on a couple good plays, a couple good shots, and let that momentum stir up the confidence, and then work your way out to the 3-point line.
Well, there's your numbers there. 1 of 11. You just mentioned it. 9% from three-point land. Meanwhile, 4 of 15. I mean, that's at least respectable compared to what SAGU's done for three-point land. But boy, look at the rebounds. Lions lead that one, but the steals 10-4, and you don't say here, but the turnovers the exact opposite. So all the turnovers have been steals. So 10 turnovers for the Lions have all been steals in favor of the Eagles. That's also been a factor in this game in the middle court.
Absolutely, and that's what I'm talking about in frantic defense that's matching up. You've got to figure out how to get around your defender, how to create space, and so you can get your jumper, so that you can get an edge to slash to the basket. These are things that you've just got to work on, and hopefully the coaches are bringing them over to the bench and say, hey, look, you need a jab step a little bit harder or a little bit bigger, and work those things out. These are things that they know how to do. It's not a mystery to them. They just got to recall them and execute.
We've done enough broadcasts here at the Schaefer Center to know that a game like this typically ends with the Lions surging ahead in the second half. Sometimes it's right at the offset, sometimes it's about the 10, 9-minute mark. So look for a surge. Donnie will make adjustments. This team will probably, at least give these Eagles a good run for their money. But we'll remain to see how the Eagles respond to what they know will be a home court second half run. Now here's the men's basketball, Mr. John. Let's take a look and see what we got going on here. 36 all, MacU in Oklahoma City. Adams flying solo on that one. We all picked John Brown. They are losing at halftime against USAO. We all picked Wayland Baptist. They are up by 5. We all picked OK Baptist. They are down by 5 on the road, I guess. And then we all picked SAGU here at home. So we'll see how
Well,
that turns out.
yeah, you definitely cheated off of my scout sheet. So
I didn't look.
yeah, sure.
Leading the way at halftime was Jonathan Walter, had 7. Brown had 6 for the Eagles. We are underway in half number 2. Lions down 6 points. We'll see how they respond early. It's their starters back in, who began the game for both teams. Gentry shadowing Turner, and a whistle and a push-off. Foul call, offensive foul called against Turner, Austin Turner. That's his second. As you see, Judah is here in full force with the cheerleaders, giving the Lions all the help they can get with the crowd, getting into the game as well. In the second half, they get much more vocal. A timely basket here would help matters early here in the second half. Walter, double team over to Gentry. Alexander, long 3, no good. 1 of 12 now. But a foul as Gentry came down with the rebound. Another foul against the Eagles. That's going to be against the other Turner, Tyler Turner, as Gentry scrambles to the ground. Price will inbound, a fresh 35. Price calling for the ball, gets it, turns, works inside, left hand, tough shot, loose ball, who wants it? And Nemkop comes away with it. Out to Tyler.
Well, I think if you're the Lions, you got to think about we've got to feed the ball down low to Marcus Price and let him go to work and figure out.
And shifting through the defense was Walter, and a goaltend called against the Eagles as he just shifts through, slides through, left, right, dips his shoulder off the glass. Ball's coming down. That's a goaltend. Lead is now 4. And a steal from Walter. Does he pick it up? Nimcock gets it back.
He's
Wow,
really
he's quick.
and really strong, deceptively strong. And he was holding off John Walter, which we know is a strong player.
Brown for 3. Rattles in and out. Loose ball. Walter comes away with it. Looked up ahead. Alexander then kept it himself. Crosses the timeline over to Gentry. Into Price. Turns, spins. Tough shot. No good. Loose ball. Here comes Austin Brown. Not the best of shots from Price. A little off balance. Kind of overthought that shot. Nimcock, a little fadeaway and a whistle as the ball was coming into Walter's hands. We're going to keep it right here. And push off on Walter, his second foul. And Guidry will check into the game for Price. So Bostwick playing a little small ball.
Well, trying to go to a little quicker squad, and Price is struggling with some of those low. I still maintain you've got to work it down there. Give him
and
give him the
Guidry's down low.
confidence.
Look at that. Guidry's down low playing defense. And
Got the charge.
Look at Guidry. We might see that again. Guidry's down playing low. Watch him step in and take the push. Good call.
Yeah, absolutely. And now you see why he put him down there.
Smarter than you and I.
Yeah, he knows his personnel.
They need to get just a good shot off in the paint. Nice. Well, that's not a good shot. Too rushed, and now a foolish pass from Guidry. Looking for Alexander. Turnover. Want to get a good shot inside the paint. Maybe get an and one. I just don't like to see these guys right now at this point in the game taking even these mid to long range jumpers. I think they can be patient, find a good inside shot. You got 35 seconds to get a good shot inside. Be patient. Shot kind of like that. How that was a tough shot. It was a nice inside high percentage shot. And Brown goes under the rim, other side. Adoy for 3. He got it. All right. Adoy says, be quiet, Mr. Price. I can drain the 3. And the lead is 5.
Unlikely 3-point.
Good ball movement. Turner now. Misses off the mark, off Southwestern Christian. Adoy's had a better run at threes in his sophomore year. He's a junior now. Has not hit as many, but he practices them all the time, and he will not hesitate. If you leave him open, he will shoot the 3.
Yeah, he sure will.
Alexander shadowed by TJ Noel. Adoy into Gentry, into the paint. Finds Walter, top of the key. Nice offensive glass and a pass inside to Guidry, who misses the bunny, but he's fouled. Nice inside pass. Adoy found Guidry just lurking around the left block. Here it is again. See Guidry getting position right there, calling for the ball. There it is. Keeps his shoulders open, his hands open to receive the pass, and turns and goes up and gets the whistle.
And that's 3 fouls on Austin Turner. He's going to be replaced.
Shooter's touch. That was a no leg. Please go in, hit the front of the rim. Okay, thank you.
And
shot.
Austin Turner's not a guy that you're going to see sitting on the bench very much in this game. That's unfortunate, and Coach Woodridge is going to try this out without one of his big star senior players.
He's the leading scorer, John, on this ball club. Averages 12.8 a game on the bench now.
And the bench comes in with a strong rebound, offensive rebound.
And that shot unable to fall. That's Durlbeck with the miss. Rashad finds Guidry, the lefty. Boy, you're not going to get a better look than that in transition. All kinds of times. Squared his shoulder, set, stepped into the shot, missed it. Lions down 3. 15:47 remaining.
Brown has some explosive speed. He is so fast, so explosive off the dribble. Surprised they don't give it to him a little bit more up at the top.
Colliers, he has a three already, missed that one. He had a big three in the first half. Gentry. He'll shoot that.
Yeah, you
Adoy
give him.
turns, squares his defender. Oh, Gidry's fighting for it. And he's going to get the jump, and we'll keep it right here. Possession arrow stays the way the Lions. Mitchell check in, Feemster, Erskine will check in. Out will go Adoy, Walter, and Gentry. Fresh 35 for the Lions. A lot down 3. I don't think they've led yet this game, John.
No,
I think the first 3 was for the
yeah,
Eagles.
That's right. I don't think they have.
Alexander looking to tie. Erskine gets it over in front of his rim. No good, but a rebound from Alexander. Tough shot. And Feemster just ripped it out of the hands of Collier. Feemster steps in. Boy, they just cannot get any of these shots that usually fall to fall. That's a good look for Feemster. He's usually 50-50 in a shot like that.
Oh, absolutely. Well, you could tell that the cardio is being affected by this frantic pace that of defense that the Eagles are giving, and man, it just messes with your psychology and what you're used to doing in practice, and that's why it's so important to practice hard every day, every opportunity you have to get in a 5-on-5 situation, go at each other and go hard.
13% from three-point land. That's even worse than it was when we showed the last stat at 17%. Meanwhile, 20, I think it was 21 for the Eagles. And a foul as Gidry was going inside. A whistle against the Lions.
That's, I believe, Remington Mitchell.
It'll be his second. The moving screen. Can't do that.
To show you how kind of off it is, I mean, Tyler went through and tried a layup, even though the whistle blew, he still missed it wide open.
And he's a lefty on top of that.
Oh.
Noel into traffic. Ooh, that almost fell. Pump fake from outside. Got his man in elevation position. Drove inside the paint. Met Mitchell. Mitchell fouled him. And TJ Noel averages just 6.5 from Midwest City, Oklahoma. Looking for his, I think his first points of the game. As you see the team comparison, that free throw is good. Points in the paint, pretty close. Second chance points, dead even. Bench scoring pretty minimal for both teams. Just 3 for SCU and really 6 for the bench for the Lions is really low considering they do these massive Lion changes. Only 6 points off the bench is not what Bostic wants to see at this point in the ball game with 14:25 left in regulation. And a really low-scoring game because of all the missed threes, 33-29. Second free throw is good. TJ Noel buries them both. High screen pick from Feemster. Over to Erskine. Air ball, nothing, 0. And that's enough to get Bostic off the bench and circle up 5 new players to come in. He has had enough. At this point, he's looking for answers. He's looking for someone to step up and play some basketball. It'll be essentially your starting 5 back in. Gentry, Alexander, Walter, Price, and Adoy. Checking out also will be Collier and Maycheck for head coach Quinn Woolridge for the Eagles. Under 14 now. Where's the surge? Where's the push? Not been there yet. The Eagles on the road looking for win number 2 in the Sooner Athletic Conference. Looking good right now to upset the number 25 team in the nation. Price in trouble. Quickly over to Walter. We need it. No good. And Brown comes away with the loose ball. I've not seen the team shoot this poor from the three-point line in maybe, I don't know,
Oh,
a year and a half, 2 years since I personally seen them shoot this bad
well,
at
they
home.
they they were in a slump earlier this year that they were. I remember one game. I can't remember who it was against. They ended up with 9% from the three. So they do have their spells of bad shooting, but the good news is they're only 5 down.
Right.
So they'll just keep fighting. The fresh legs will keep them in it. You'll see about 8, 7 minutes. The Eagles will hit a bit of a wall, and what do they do when they hit the wall? And this has been their nemesis here as of recent. They just haven't been able to finish games. But you never know that all that cardio and that work
And turnover.
may pay off for them, and they may be turning the corner on that. But you could tell these guys are used to playing a lot of minutes. But right there, that was just a tired pass. Is an errant pass that um, the great Russian may not have made with fresh legs.
7 points in 7 minutes. That's it for the Lions in half number 2. Adoy, turn, spin, pump. Nice move, and he'll go to the line. We used to seeing that back from his freshman year.
That's right.
Just almost Akeem Olajuwon type stuff. Turn, spin, pump. I mean, anything to get someone out of position. Just can't get that layup to go off the rim, but he'll go to the line. Good free throw shooter. He is 41 of 53 on the season, so about 80%. First free throw is good. And the two Tyler brothers will check back in. And here's an update. USAO upsetting right now, on the verge of a big upset. They can hold on to that lead. Up 8 over JBU on the road, John. I think we all picked JBU in that one.
Oh, yeah. That would be a huge upset.
Second free throw, no good. Lead is 4 here at the Schaefer Center. Walter's grabbing his head. He got hit somewhere. He's in pain. Just number 21, Lions.
That's a great move.
Adam Durlbeck. 9.7 a game. That's his 7th point. Alexander's been quiet. Price, strong with the basket. Goes up and under, left side, use the left hand. Lead back to 4. Price has 6.
And they need to just keep going to that well. I think Price can dig them out of this.
And going to the well in that one is Brown, but no good, and a late whistle. And they're going to call it against the Lions. I think it's going to be Brown.
Against the Eagles. I think it's
I mean,
Durlbeck.
the Eagles, yeah. Well, it's Durlbeck right over the top of Adoy. That's going to be his 3rd, the team's 8th. We'll send Adoy to the line for a 1-and-1. 2 more, they'll be in the bonus, the double bonus the rest of the way. Just 5 fouls committed by SAGU. I'd like to see him just drain these 2 and cut the lead to 2. Put some more pressure on these Lions. First one's good.
It's good. Got to start somewhere, dig yourself out of the hole, and then just play great defense, good fundamental offense.
Good. Look good coming off. Good going in. Lead at 2. And Alexander's going to give a little three-quarter press. And here's Walter. They're going to good, healthy three-quarter press. And there's a foul. And Boswick asking for the turnover, but instead it's one-on-one. Brown on Alexander. And this is going to be the first foul on Alexander. He pretty much landed right on top of Brown's back. He got Alexander airborne. Nemcock now works the offense. Got 2 screens to pick. Chooses right. Skip pass over to Brown. Launches a 3. Got it. Rashawn Brown, the senior.
So relaxed in that shot. You just knew it was coming as soon as it left his fingers.
Alexander in traffic. Scoops. Rolls off the glass. Good. He's got 6. You'd like to see more of that. That's kind of easy bucket I was talking about, John. A nice solid bucket in the paint. And a timeout called by Coach Quinn Woolridge wants to talk things over.
I think he wants to give his guys a rest here at the 10, kind of the halfway mark of this half. I suspect he will use all of his timeouts, and that's part of the strategy. And when you're not quite as deep as other teams, you want to save your legs and save your strength. Keep a little fuel.
Let's go down courtside, check in with Adam Ferguson. Adam?
They had to throw it to me. Thanks, Rob. At halftime, you saw a handful of student athletes honored. Now I have one with me. SAGU football lion Trevor Van Kempen. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you got at halftime?
Basically what it was an award. It was GPA based. It was you had to have a minimum of a 3.0 GPA, and it was just pretty much they have the all conference teams, but they have the academic all conference team, and that's what I got today. Was the academic all conference.
Now, what's that mean to you personally?
Personally, it means a lot to me because as a student athlete, we come to SAGU first to get an education, then to play football. So the education is primary, and that's more important. And then after football, or after the education, then comes football. So.
All right. Well, congratulations, Trevor. Good luck next season. Back to you, Rob.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Trevor. And thanks for that product placement by Chick-fil-A. They were able to get that cup between the shoulders of Adam and Trevor. Who are these people? They're marketing geniuses.
Yeah, that's Trevor Van Kempen, man. He's one of the best linebacks or defensive backs we have here on our football team, and he will be not only an academic all-conference next year, but I suspect he'll be a great player, all-conference player.
Nemcock missed the three, and Adoy got tangled up with, looks like that was Brown. Yes, Brown. And we'll keep it right here. I assume that was a jump ball that was called. I'd like to welcome all of our friends watching from the Bethany, Oklahoma area. Glad to have you aboard the SAGU Sports Network tonight, watching your SCU Eagles play really good on the road here against these Lions in a timeout underneath the baseline. By the baseline, your Eagles clinging to a 3-point lead, looking for win number 2. Glad
Doing
to have you
you
aboard.
proud.
Yes, they are.
You guys got a really good thing going. And if you don't know much about Southwestern Christian University, they're up in the Oklahoma City area in the bedroom community of Bethany, and they're a college that has about 1,000 students on campus, just slightly under 1,000, and it's a beautiful campus. I took in my reconnaissance. I took a little online tour of the college, and it's beautiful, beautiful campus, and it looks like they've got a really good thing going on in Bethany, Oklahoma.
This team is, you can tell they're just on the cusp of being a really solid team. They really are already. They're going to be getting better in the years to come. If they keep recruiting these older, more experienced players and some shooters, they'll be a team to contend with in the years ahead here in the Sooner Athletic Conference. Looking for win number 2 here on the road, playing well against these Lions who are ranked number 25. 10:37 remaining in the ball game. Turner over to Turner, his brother over to Brown. 17 in the shot clock, guarded by Price. There's a mismatch. Somehow Brown loses the ball though with Price guarding him near the perimeter. I'm not sure how that happened. Skip, step, jump, bucket, good. And Lions can't believe it's going to be on Gentry. What a move from Tyler Turner.
Well, both of the Turner brothers, they're proving they're usually the collegiate equivalent to the Splash brothers, but tonight they have proven that they not only can shoot from the three-point land, but they can actually slash and go hard to the basket. Both of these guys are very strong, have a really high basketball IQ. They know how to play lanes, shut down lanes, and create shots.
Turnover there. Another Turner got a turn on that one. Turnover on that one, and that's a 3-ball from Tyler Turner, and a timeout on the floor. Bostwick's seen enough. Lions down 8, their largest deficit of the season. So we saw Austin do the hop step, reminiscent of The great Allen Iverson mastered that move. And then his brother comes along down the three-point line and drills one.
Yeah, these guys, like we were talking, these guys know how to play the game of basketball, and you can tell they're very skilled. They got good fundamentals, but they also have good feel, and that's very important to be able to play fundamentally sound, but play with your feel. Understand, a lot of guys wouldn't have stepped up to take that three-point shot because they were just in an awkward position.
Here's your hashtag guaranteed win update. Oklahoma City's got me and John happy with 10 or 12:06 left. Adams crying like a baby in the corner. We are all not happy about John Brown, but I guess there's no blood since we all lost that one. If that score holds,
that is just amazing.
Huge.
John Brown's having a really bad night. They're one of my favorite and top pick teams for the conference, and they're a team that can do a lot of damage in any particular game. I mean, they could play against anybody in the NAIA in the nation. They are very tough. So that's highly surprising to see them down by 12 with just 11 minutes to go.
Other three games, we all picked the same game, so win or lose, we're all the same. We all picked Lions here to win this one. Right now, they are not even close. Down 8, their largest deficit of the game, and now it's Gentry. Left wing asking for a pick from Price, and no call, long three. No, he gives it up to Adoy. Alexander to Walter. Little scoop jump shot, no good, and Walter can't believe it.
That's tough. That's just, a little bit of a little more leg, a little more energy in that shot, and it would have gone.
Tyler for three.
Oh, my
Just
goodness.
drained one, got another one. That's back-to-back, 2 in about 20 seconds. The lead is 11, and this is danger zone time now.
It is. I think that Tyler has been practicing that shot a little bit.
Gentry, long three, no good. Long rebound. Maybe you give Micah Gentry a chance to light it up. He's what they call the best pure shooter on the team. He's not seen any action tonight, but he's a younger brother of Jason Gentry. Something's got to give here. Walter.
Well, they got a good break. He missed
Another
a wide open three.
That one's no good. Walter, you need a bucket here. Instead, a loose ball, and Adoy is going to be called with a jump between actually two players, Durlbeck and Brown. Gentry will come in. To the ball game, and Alexander will take a seat. Price will inbound with 8:45 left in the game. Walter spins left, works left high up the glass, no good. And a push-off called against Durlbeck. Will put Marcus Price on the line.
Wow.
It's the fourth foul on Durlbeck. Now that could be a factor.
That could be a big factor because he's one of their key rebounding forces, and he takes up a lot of space in there. Looks like coach is going to try to keep him for the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game, give him a little break. And if you're a fan, I don't know if you agree with that call. That was a little tough. It was a 50-50 ball, and everybody's going hard for it. So
in a lane violation. Boy, that's just, what else can go wrong with this team? Marcus Price is 20-41, so decent free throw shooter, and that one goes in. But a lane violation negates the point and negates him even shooting a second free throw. Just a huge mistake. Adoy with the steal on up ahead. And, and he's hurt his head. That's not good. He hit hard on the ground. And now some extracurricular activity talking as a hard, nasty foul. Here it is again from Austin Turner. That's definitely an intentional foul as he goes up and slaps the forehead. And they're going to eject. Oh, this is huge, folks. They're going to eject Austin Turner from the ball game. I'm not sure if it's for the foul or for the talk afterwards. He is gone, folks.
Well, I'm sure it was for, he was sitting there uncontrollably yelling at the referee, and that's not going to be tolerated at all. This was definitely
again
an intentional foul because he pulls him down to the ground. The actual effort to go for the ball
Wasn't there.
well, it was there. That was a good play on the ball. He just grabbed in midair. He grabbed the player and continued to ride him down. And that is going to be a huge.
Mark this moment, John. 8:24, Lions down 11. Turner's gone. Adoy's trying to shake off the cobwebs. I'm not sure I fully agree with you. I think he was mostly going to stop Adoy's body. The ball was in the way, but either way, it looked like
He made a play on the ball. He hit up
yeah,
around
but he hit
the
his
ball.
head. He took his forehead out instead.
No, he didn't. He hit the ball and then he grabbed in midair because he had the position. He grabbed him after the play on the ball in the air and brought him down forcefully. Watch, he makes a play on the ball.
I don't think that's a play in the ball. That's
look, he's up in there.
He never even
Yeah,
touched
right
the ball.
there.
He never touched the ball.
Well,
he touched his head.
just because you don't touch the ball doesn't mean you're not going for the ball. And
he could have grabbed that ball. He was above it, waiting for it to come down. He went for his body. That's what they're talking about.
well, the difference between could have grabbed and going for the ball are vastly different. It was after. Right there, he just fouls him. That's a hack. That's called a play on the ball.
I think you are on some kind of hallucinative drug right now.
Well, yeah.
You're still high from high from Sunday afternoon's enjoyable weekend. But either way, here's the bottom line, folks. We're 11 points down if you're the Lions. Adoy has had time to clear his head, and the refs have escorted number 3 off the court. He's done. Let's see if he can make these two, cut it to 9, and let's see if there's a momentum shift. The crowd wants to get into it.
Oh,
Here's Adoy.
There's going to be a momentum shift.
No good, in and out.
That's just a tough one to get up from, shake off, and still maintain your composure, be able to play like you normally play. Adoy is very tough, though.
That one looked good coming off. It is good. Lead is at 10. And now this is for the foul. Get the technical foul and then the free throws from the flagrant. And we'll get the ball back. And that one rattles in. 2 out of 3, one more. We can go 3 out of 4 and cut the lead back to 8. That's good. All right, so the lead is 8. And the Lions have the ball again, so a three-pointer, if they can make one of those, would cut the lead to 5. With plenty of time. And they're not going to let Vladimir Nemkov check in just yet. Price will inbound to Robertson, who elevates. No good. Oh, they're going to call Guidry with the push-off. No, I stand corrected. They're going to put Price on the line. I thought they were going to call Guidry on a push-off. We might see this again. Instead, it's a foul.
On 24.
On 24.
Ben Collier.
I thought it was going to be our 24. Instead, it's Collier's, his second. Now Price at the line. Again, 28 of 41 beginning of the night. That one is no good. We can see where the foul happened. I'm not sure. I didn't see it. So a turn of events here at the Schaefer Center. Price looking to at least hit 1 of 2 to cut the lead to 7, and he does. The lead at 7 was 11 a moment ago. And the momentum is beginning to shift the way of the Lions. Do not want to drop a game at this point in the season to a team that's 1-9. Although you respect them, you got to have a win here. That's what the Lions are up against. Climbing out of 11-point hole with 8:24 left. Now lead is 7. 15 on the shot clock. Robertson, Guidry, Adoy fronts his man, helps out over to Price, or I should say Collier. Price was defending, and it's a missed shot in transition. Robertson spots up a 3, no good. Collier brings it down, and the Eagles will slow things down.
And this only works to the Eagles' advantage to slow the offense, their offensive side down. It gives them time to rest, and when they're not pushing, they're not sweating it out.
14 on the shot clock. Tyler Turner working on Tyler Guidry. Stops, pops, fade away, no good. Long rebound. Adoy up ahead, be careful. Guidry, he's got Robertson right, or I should say left. Takes himself 15-footer. Good, it switched it. Tyler Guidry with a big bucket. A big bucket here, folks. Leads back to 5. Guidry's got 4.
This would be a great time to put on a press and make these guys work
Collier, he buries one, answers the bell. Lead back to 8. Collier's got 6. Guidry fires up a 3, no good. Long rebound cleared by Martin Matechek. Guidry was trying to feel it again. That one a bit off the mark. 6:30 now. Lead is 8. Lions content to allow the Eagles to take the shot clock down. And they'll start right about now with about 11 seconds left. They'll work through their offense. Lions show 2-3 and a whistle and a bucket. Oh, it's a huge bucket. High off the glass. Vladimir Nemkov.
He comes from Russia. And they have really turned it around there in Russia, evidently, because this young man really knows how to play the game of basketball. He's got a high IQ as well. You see, he's very careful with the ball, and he picks his moves very precise. He's very precise when how he executes.
He saw Marcus Price coming. He elevated his shot so high, it hit the backboard above the square to get it above the outstretched arms of Marcus Price. Got the soft touch. Lead is back to 11. Nearing the 6-minute mark. Rashad over to Gentry into the paint. And he just lost the possession of the ball, trying to go up for a layup, maybe trying to get it to Walter. Instead, it was Brown just took it right out of Gentry's hands. Tough shot and blocked from behind, leading the break. On up ahead. 3-man touch the ball and up and in it goes Adoy to Alexander to Gentry and then the whistle, baby! 3-point play. Possibility. How about Emmanuel Adoy leading the break, Mr. John?
That was now the team is starting to rally. You can sense the momentum starting to shift a little bit, and these guys are realizing that they could lose this game.
Lead back to 8.
Wow.
I should say 7. 45-53 with 5:30 remaining. Lions or the Eagles content to work that shot clock down. They'll get the offense about 12 seconds remaining. They'll start. And here they go. And Gentry was going for the cheap steal near the midcourt line. He's whistled for foul number 2. Guidry will check back in after this first free throw from Tyler Turner. He averages 10.7 a game, and that is point number 17.
He's having a big
senior.
night. Yep, he's having a big night. He's been stroking the 3 very well tonight, and he's fearless. He's one of these fearless players that will go in with the bigs and take it strong.
All right, lead is 9. Nearing 5 minutes. Deemster, he can hit the 3. He can also go into the paint. Adoy turns, spins, back into the paint again, circles back, whistle. He just said, well, let's retry the outside. And he tried inside, blocked, kept his dribble alive, turns, spins. Look at this move.
Well, there's quite the mismatch there with number 22, Salikas. He's just much slower and just is not going to provide much defense against a quick and agile
now,
player
like
like
the game now. This is interesting. Josh Swearingen Swearingen is going to check in for the first time all night. He is a freshman, a true freshman from Arlington, Texas, out of Arlington Martin High School, in the game in a key moment. Why do you think he's got him in? What's the advantage he's going to play here with this Josh move? Defense?
Oh,
Quick
yeah,
guard?
just fresh legs. He won't be in long, but create some defensive fresh legs. You got to at this point.
Looks like
Just
he's just
ball
going for the ball.
hawking.
He's just
Yeah,
going
he's
for the ball.
just
He's
going
where
for
the
the ball.
ball's at. And they spread the defense out, and able to convert underneath is Brown.
And you got to get Marcus Price back into action here. Marcus is going to provide for a little more meat in the lane.
Robertson got it. One of your favorite players.
And it's good to finally see him finally hit one.
Big three. Timeout in the court. 4:28. Lead is down to 6. Here come the Lions, down 11 at the 8:24 mark. They've sliced it to 6 in 4 minutes. Keep that pace up and be there right at the very end with a chance to steal this game.
And this is what the Lions do. They do it very well. They never give up. They do not give up on the win. And even though this is a low-scoring affair that plays to their advantage, they're only 2 3-pointers away, which is not likely, or 3 two-point buckets. So that can happen very fast for a defense as potent as the SAGU Lions.
There's your game right there. 3-1-1-3. 31% for SCU, just 13, a flip number on the 3-point percentage comparison for the Lions. And that's, I mean, you 1 or 2 or 3 more of those fall, you got the lead. Instead, you find yourself down by 6. In fact, they've only hit 3 3-pointers the entire game. That is very un-Lion-esque.
It really is. And to be down only 6 and shooting 13% from the 3-point line, which SAGU is a big 3-point shooting team, says a lot to their defensive effort tonight.
Swearingen will remain in the game for defensive purposes. And timeout just before the 5-second call was about to be called. The crowd was asking for it. The Lions bench was asking for it. Bostic wanted it. And I think he got that timeout just in the nick of time. So let's look at the timeouts now. You've got 3 for the Lions, 2 left for these Eagles. And you see Coach Quinn Woolridge giving instructions to his troops, trying to hang on. It'll be a huge road win, clinging to a 6-point lead against the number 25 team in the nation in a game that we knew would be close, but we thought would probably be the Lions up 6 with a 4.5, not the Eagles. But that's how it's gone this entire game. Eagles took control early, John, and they've never relinquished the lead one time.
Well, that's something they do, and this point in the game and on down has been their nemesis in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if they have learned from their mistakes in the past and if they can hang on.
And a turnover. Credit Josh Swearingen, who just checked in, who just harassed and hassled Vladimir Nemcock, so where it went off his leg and out of bounds, and Swearingen gets a hand of applause for causing that turnover, which could equal 2 points or 3 if they're able to convert on this possession. Ooh, near travel. near travel there. Rashad now works the high screen off of Adoy over to Walter into the paint, keeps possession, loses possession. He's fouled. He is fouled by Nemcock.
No, it's
Or is it going to be
Tyler Turner?
Turner, all right. It'll be Turner. But maybe Nemcock, it's going to be, it's going to be Turner. It's going to be his 4th foul. So his brother's gone. He's got 4. 1 more. And his brother will be joined by Tyler on the bench. Meanwhile, Walter's first free throw has got to go, and it does. The lead is 5.
And you can kind of see it in their body language that's out there. It's like, no, not again.
Not again, yeah. Oh,
not
no,
again.
Here we go again.
You know, foul trouble and got a player gone. Are we going to be able to hold on?
And that's the best thing that could happen if you're going to miss. Walter gets his own rebound in a bucket. A huge play from the senior. He delivers again. It's as if he missed the free throw on purpose. Gets his own board. We know he didn't, but he got his own rebound. Powers it up through with the bucket, the hoop and the harm. The lead is 3.
And goes in untouched.
He's fired up.
Goes in untouched.
I'm fired up.
If you're an Eagles fan, we understand your frustration there.
And he converts. And just like that, folks, the lead is 2 with 4:08 remaining. The Lions have effectively cut this deficit. It was 11 at 8:24 when Austin Turner violently fouled Emmanuel Adoy. Down by 11 now, and he was ejected. Now they're down just by 2. Meanwhile, now the other end of the line will be Martin Majek. I think he's got 4 or 5 in the game. First free throw is good. Rims in. Gidry checks back in. So does Feimster. I just love watching Walter play. He fires me up, Mr. Cookman. Big moments, big players step up, and that's Walter. He's been doing that for years. Second free throw is good. The lead's back to 4 with 4 and change remaining.
And that's how you win big games and big moments in the last few minutes of a game, is you just knock down those freebies.
Alexander gets it back to Gidry. Over to the star the last 2 minutes.
Great fake, great ball fake.
You saw it, Mr. Cookman. Got his shoulder squared, turned, beat his man to the baseline. Easy bucket, leads back to 2. Just gets his man moving just inside enough and quickly moves back inside the baseline. Too long, too strong. The senior got 13 as the crowd on their feet, making all kinds of noise here at the Schaefer Center. Under 9 now. Nemchek off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, shot no good. Walter, or I should say Adoy, up the head to Gidry. Spins back around. Long 3, no, didn't take it. Oh, and somehow
great hustle
the Eagles
play.
come up with it. Feimster looked at the 3, gave it up. Looking for Gidry to reset, instead turned it over. Under 3, lead is 2.
You got to be thinking about getting your other 2 starters back in. The bench is earning some great respect with these last-minute breathers that they're providing. But I know they're sitting with 4 fouls.
Brown elevates, 3, no good, long rebound. Alexander in transition. He's got 2-on-2. Man outside Gidry. Over to Walter for 3. No good, long rebound. And a whistle to push on Emmanuel Adoy in the paint. Crowd would have jumped out of the gym had that fallen.
Rightfully so. Wow, what a big 3-point shot. Wide open, and it's tough. I tell you what, it's tough to hit those big shots this late in the game, especially exhausted.
Oh, they're wiped out.
Oh, man. Both of these teams have been going at it extremely hard, ferociously.
And look at this, folks. St. Gregory's on the verge of a huge upset against OBU, up 2 with 37 seconds. And we'll keep you up to date on that one. We'd all miss that one if that were to go down.
Well, I don't know that that's a huge upset because both of those teams are tied for second place. And St. Greg's is a great, great team.
Lead is 3. 2:22 remaining. Fans on their feet at the Schaefer, at the Holy Dome. Walter keeps his dribble alive, turns, spins, shoots. Good! They're going to wave it off.
Oh, he caught a block.
Just before he's able to get the shot off, the blocking fell elsewhere. That would have been a 3-point play opportunity. 2:11 in regulation. Walter a chance to cut this lead to 1. Eagles took an early 3-0 lead, have not looked back since. The lead is now 2. It hasn't been this close since about, well, the beginning of the game, before the 3 went down. Second free throw is good, rattles through. The lead is now 1. The Lions have clawed their way back to the brink. And now the full court press. Alexander and Walter will harass Nemchek. Don't want to foul.
He is so speedy, very, very fast and quick with the ball.
Turner's back in. He's got 4 fouls. He's got to be careful. Guarded by Guidry. Straight up. Well, I would say man-to-man, but you got Price there just kind of guarding the middle. So
it's just an extended zone. They're not going to let him get any easy shot. They're content with running time off the clock.
over to Collier. Long 3 blocked by Walter.
Big block.
Oh, my. Defensive play of the game. Walter came out of nowhere and rejected it. Now, can the Lions convert on the other end? Minute 31, the senior. Bounce pass over to Doy. No good. Loose rebound. It is picked up by, we don't know yet. It's going to end up being a whistle, and it's going to be a foul on the Lions. Rashad Alexander on a wild scramble. Has about 4 or 5 players had a chance to pull that in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players, but finally whistle was blown, and they're going to call it on Alexander. I think that's going to be his first foul. Is that right? I think so, John. Both teams now in the bonus. 2 shots coming. First free throw is no good.
Huge miss. Huge miss. And it's tough. He's exhausted. He took a shot right there. It looked like he got a little hip, landed on his hip. And he's probably in some pain. But you got to convert these.
Missed them both. He's stuck at 7 points. He averages 12.5. And now we're near a minute 15. Lions a chance to take their first lead of the game, folks, into Walter. Turns, spins, faces up Turner. Inside, hook shot, good, and the Lions have the lead. First lead of the ball game, 60-59. Oh, baby, don't go anywhere here at the SAGU Sports Network. We got ourselves a barn burner. Lions take the lead with a minute 5 left. And a timeout on the floor. 19 on the shot clock. Wow, wow, wow. It took 59 minutes and change. I should say 58 minutes and change. 58, 55 before the Lions. There's a block. And then on offense, little baby hook from the senior. There's an earlier move that you loved, John Cookman, right there. And the free throws. It's been pretty much the Jonathan Walter show. He's got 17. Oh, none bigger than that one right there.
And that's what you expect your senior leaders to do, is step up when it's not going good and put the team on your back. And someone as talented as John Walter is very capable of making that happen. As you can see tonight, he has done just that.
Here's the spin move. Turns, faces, baby hook, got it elevated before the second defensive member could come by and get some help defense. He knew the defense was coming. The second man was coming. Elevated quick and early. Done that shot. Here comes the help. Too late. Too much. Jonathan Walter as Rimvidis Salikas, there he is again, is in the game now. Late getting over to Walter. So let's see, it's going to be TJ Noel, Tyler Turner, Ben Collier, Martin Matechek, and of course Vladimir Nemkok in the game for the Eagles. And it's going to be Rashad Alexander, Guidry, Adoy, Price, and Walter for the Lions. 45.7 left. Lions have their first lead. Can they hold on to it?
Ooh.
That was nearly a backcourt violation.
Yeah, huge mistake.
Floater, no good. Ripped out of the air by Marcus Price. Here comes Guidry. Works around the whole court, gets over to Walter. You got to foul him? Yes, you do. And the foul is committed by Ben Collier. That's his third. And the crowd is on their feet. It just took longer than we expected, but the Lions have arrived, and listen to them roar. The crowd's roaring. Walter's going for point number 18 and 19, and the Lions can now extend the lead to 3 with 27.3 remaining in the game. First free throw. A lot of elevation just over the edge of the rim. It's good. How about Jonathan Walter, Mr. Cookman? Has he come to play? The last 3.5 minutes have been all him. Second free throw is going to be good. It is good. Lead is 3. Just about a half a second between the game clock and the shot clock. So basically, this is the game right here. In fact, it's, well, looks like about point. Now I'm confused. Anyway, it's right near the same time. So essentially, they'll probably hold the shot till they get a good look at a 3, unless you think they should go for a quick 2 and a foul. What do you think you do here?
Well,
with the personnel on the court.
You draw up 2 plays, and you obviously, if you can't get the first execution, so plan A to get a 2-point shot in, a quick drive and then get a quick foul. You're not in a position where you have to take the 3 just yet. But if you get a clean look at it, you can't be afraid of it. And I can't imagine this team full of 3-point shooters, and that's what they do. That is their mantra, passing up. But you can't force it. You can't just go in there and run the ball to Marshawn Lynch and try to get in the end zone, because the Patriots will stop it. They will stop it. And so you got to think about all those things. And just like Pete Carroll did,
you
he
waited
thought
until
about
19 seconds left to bring it up.
He thought about it and did the right thing. He made the best call that could have been made.
For the Patriots, sure.
Oh, no, for his team. You don't expect an interception. And that was a great call by Pete Carroll, and we give him all the accolades in the world for making that.
Nemcock will inbound with 19.7 left. Now 14. Nemcock works on Walter. Baseline over to Matechek. He's good.
He got fouled.
You've got to be kidding me. No! No! Martin Matechek buries a 3 in the corner, and he's fouled. Here it is again, and Marcus Price, completely unnecessary foul. Let him have a shot. Don't foul him. Marcus Price's 4th foul. Contest, but don't foul. And now suddenly the whole tenor of this last few moments has changed, as Martin Matechek could give the Eagles the lead back in a timeout on the floor. A huge shot, maybe shot of the season for this young man. What was Marcus Price thinking, John? Walk us through. Was just too much momentum going towards
he was
the ball?
He was closing out, left his feet really way away from him, but the momentum, the adrenaline, the excitement just, kept him in the air too long, because he knew he had to get up high if he was going to try to get any fingers on the ball. And actually, credit Matechek. He actually moved forward. He shot forward. He left from the 3 and went towards the basket. So the collision happened. And here we go. We see it again.
Here it is again.
And look, he's moving into the basket. And, of course, the rest is history now. Now, this is a huge gut check for the free throw shooter. What does Matechek have here?
Game reset. 2 timeouts left for the Lions. The Eagles are out of timeout, so free throw is made. You probably see another timeout called to set up an offense, unless you want to go Bobby Knight and just let the guys run with the ball like you saw the 87 team do against Syracuse.
I imagine something was said about let's get the ball to the half-court line, and then nothing easy, call a timeout.
Sure. Huge free throw. Matechek Lets it fly, and it is no good. Careful with the basketball. 5 left. Alexander can win it with a bucket here. Gets it inside the door, and he buys it, and he makes a bucket with 1.2 left. A prayer from Maychuk. It is no good. Lions win at the brink of disaster. Pull one out, and the crowd storms the court here at the Schaefer Center. I'm out of breath. 64-62. John, pick me up. I'm on the ground.
What a great day. Every Lion ran the floor perfectly. They ran their lane, came to a place where they were at the end, and Rashad
finds his man where he is, where he should be, on the block, baby. Get yourself on the block and wait for the ball. Emmanuel Adoy, textbook basketball. Soft off the glass, turns, catches, square, shoots with 1.7 remaining. And the crowd, the Lions, rejoice in a huge come from behind win here at the Schaefer Center. Give a huge credit to Coach Quinn Woolridge. Short man, lost one of his best players at 8:24, held the lead for this long on the road. This is a good ball club, John.
Oh, unfortunately, this has been their song for the year, that they are winning every basketball game until the last few seconds. And for whatever reason, they just can't pull it out. And that's just tough. It's a tough way. They came into Waxahachie, into the Schaefer Center, and showed everyone.
And look at that. That's, you talk about showing. That's class right there, that both teams would take time out and give the Lord thanks and glory for a fun, exciting game. And these men are better because of this act right here. And I just love to see that sportsmanship. And there's the man of the hour. Adoy will take the credit, but it was Walter who brought him there. And Adoy puts the cherry on top. As you see both players embrace in a huge home game win. They're now 3 for 3 in this homestand. Who do we talk? Who does Adam get? The whole team? I don't know. Sure,
well,
Walter for sure, but
it's John
wow.
Walter for just putting the team on his back and carrying them to the promised land here. That was an awesome display of gritty, gutty play, just not giving up, and that's what this team does. It just doesn't give up.
How about Alexander? Walk us through that play. If we see that play again, walk us through Alexander's decision to not panic,
He didn't
to not
panic.
jack up a three.
I know, with 8
now look
seconds.
At this. He crosses over. Now he looks up and sees Adoy waiting.
And he's looking
he had Walter.
off. Yeah, he's looking at Tyler Guidry. He had saw it developing, and it was just hard to believe nobody picked up the big guy there in the middle.
Let's go down now with our player of the game who's standing by with Adam Ferguson. Adam, you got it.
Thanks, Rob. I'm here with back-to-back SAGU Sports Network player of the game, John Walter. Now, John, you had 19 points. You had single digits entering the second half, so almost all your points came here in the second. Then you had a key block on a three-point attempt there towards the end of the game. What's a win like this feel to you as a team?
Oh, it's big. Coach told us before the game, don't take this team lightly, and I think we came out and we were playing nonchalant. I think we were just supposed to win the game. It took everything we had at the end to get a win like this, and it's huge.
Now, did Coach tell you that they had lost 6 games in the last minute this season?
Yeah, he did. He said by less than 5 points, I think.
So what kind of defense did he tell you to play there towards the end of the game to keep them from trying to stop that losing streak in the last minutes?
He was telling us basically keep the ball out the paint, close out hard, and contest threes. It was hard keeping them out the paint, though. Their point guard was pretty quick.
All right, well, we had a good game, John. Good luck on Saturday. Back to you, Rob.
Congratulations, Jonathan Walter, our player of the game. A huge win for the Lions, 64-62. John, your thoughts on this game? It was exciting from start to finish.
It really was. It was the barn burner that I think we predicted it to be. It's always exciting to sit here and watch and for us to call a game like that, because it's just so fulfilling and gratifying to see great gamesmanship from two teams. And to be honest, I was just kind of really hoping that it would work out that way because on paper, the numbers, the way the numbers look on paper, you're like, well, this is going to be an easy win. Sometimes that could get boring. But no, this was the thriller in Manila
Oh, I'm not sure
equivalent.
if this is the Manila. This is a thriller. Jonathan Walter leads the way with 19 points. Rebounding leader, Emmanuel Adoy. Assist leader for this game is going to be Rashad Alexander. Who else with 9? Meanwhile, for the Eagles, Turner, I believe that was probably, well, which Turner was it? It was actually Tyler Turner had 17 to lead the way,
Yep.
number 2, and Turner also had the leading rebound with 7. Assist leader Nemcock with 8. Bench scoring pretty even, 13 to 11. You see the points here. Field goal percentage ended up being 12%. How do you win a game shooting 12% from the line? You just, with grit and determination, that's what you do.
That's exactly right. Defense, and that's where you get the old cliche, defense wins ball games. Well, this is when you look at these numbers, this is a prime example of why they say defense wins ball games.
You said 73s. I counted 54 threes, so it was a lot either way.
It was.
I'll
That's a
give you
lot of
that.
threes. I believe there was more. Um, they'll probably go back and recount it when they look at the tape, but this was an exciting game,
If there's
at
one
least.
thing that sticks out here why the game was lost, free throw percentage. 56% for the Eagles in a game when you were leading, dominating,
Yep.
number 25 team in the nation.
Yep.
You still got to make your free throws.
And one thing that's just absolutely drives coaches and analysts that have played the game bonkers is how can you shoot 31% from 18, 19, 20, 21 feet and lots of pressure and come up with only 56%
from 15
from
feet.
15 feet, no pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, it baffles the mind.
We're joined in booth now by Adam Ferguson. Your thoughts on the game as we also prepare to take a look at the guaranteed win totals. We think perhaps all the games have finished. We'll take a look at those. But Adam, your thoughts? You're watching the game from down below. What was the energy, the vibe with the crowd, and when you were spending near the bench?
The atmosphere was electric. Coach Bostwick really did what we pay him to do here at school. He coached to the end of that game, and it was incredible. John Walter took over the game almost by himself. Him and Emmanuel Doy both played very, very well there those last couple minutes. Some incredible defense, some key free throws. They hit those that are very, very, very big. But again, it was electric down there. Student section was rocking, yelling every time Southwestern Christian had to take a free throw, which I think really accounted for a lot of their misses down there at the other end on the free throw line.
Well, I believe Adam was probably in the midst of all that craziness and jumping around. It sounds like
You're out of breath.
he's been on a treadmill for about 3 hours.
I tried to remain professional, but it was hard not to get caught up in the action down there right by the bench.
Oh, and here you see some highlights of the game. Both teams played really well. Again, I really go back to that spot with the ejection of that shooter right there. When Austin Turner was ejected, that turned the whole tide. Now here's your guaranteed win. Let's take a look and see. Check mark, USAO does upset John Brown. And look at the fourth game. OK Baptist loses to St. Greg. It doesn't hurt any of us in the standings in our guaranteed win, but there's an upset there.
Well, it hurts Oklahoma Baptist in their fight for good seeding coming down to the tournament time.
And there's the top game to look at, folks. John, you and I have picked Oklahoma City. Adam over here, you picked McHugh. You're down by 1. We don't know who has the ball right now, but that could spell disaster for Mr. Ferguson. He could be tied with Cookman with 9 losses each if it continues with that score with 14 seconds left.
I deserve it. After going chalk with all the guaranteed wins, I kind of deserve a game like that.
Well, John, you get the final thoughts, and I'll close this out here as we are nearing, we're halfway through our homestand. Next time is Saturday, and then another game Thursday. You want to go 5-0 before we hit the road again. How do you do that? How do you win 2 more games to keep the streak going to go 5-0 at home?
Well, you just do it like you did it tonight. You come in with all your horses ready to play no matter what. If you're flat shooting or if you're on fire, you've got to be consistent in the way you play, the energy, and the way you approach the game. Keep it fundamental, keep it simple, and let your talent, let your depth on your bench do all the work. And one thing that Coach Bostwick said to us today was, um, the guys have their passion back, and you can tell that. You know, it's tough. 40 minutes a game, especially in a hard fought battle like that, to recognize passion for all 40 minutes of that of a game, but it showed through right there at the end. And man, if you've not played uh, athletics at a high level like this, it's hard for people to really get a good understanding of what it takes mentally to overcome the physical challenges that are presented. These guys are spent, and you're coming down to a ball game that's going to go back and forth by 1 point, and things are going to happen. Your nerves have got to be calm and cool, and it's just really a tough scenario to do. And this is a big, big, big win. Um, no matter how you look at it, but for them, it proves to them that they don't have to come out and shoot lights out to win basketball games against great teams. And make no mistake about it, these guys are going to be 1-10 right now. They're a great
Yeah,
team,
no, they
and
really
that's
are.
just what we've come to expect in the Sooner Athletic Conference. And I'm probably biased, I guess, but I've seen a lot of the play of the NAI across this country, and top to bottom, this is one of the toughest conferences in the NAIA. I'd probably argue that it is the toughest conference in the NAIA.
And it does not get easier for the Lions. They will host number 21 Wayland Baptist Saturday. Girls tip off at 1, guys tip off at 3. Then it's number 17 OBU. They'll be here 1 week from tonight. Ladies at 6, guys at 8. So 2 more ranked teams before they go on the road for a few games, 3 in a row. In fact, we'll be back here for our final broadcast on February 26th when they host Oklahoma City. So, wow, what a fun game. I guess we'll close it out here on behalf of John Cookman and Adam Ferguson, our student crew. This is Rob Price saying so long from Waxahachie. Women win 68-65. Men win a thriller 64-62. We'll see you back here Saturday at 1 o'clock. The tip for Wayland Baptist. Until next time, may the Lord bless you and keep you and give you his peace.